Yo, this is SoulDrum86 bringing you another video. It's been a while since I've done an action figure video. I mean, I did that one where I was talking about like the new LJN coming out, but just a video like this, it has definitely been some time, man. Like I said, I apologize for that, but I am one of those collectors who is very picky and choosy about what I get. So, there's strategy to the things that I collect. You know, there are some wrestlers that I dabble in getting like multiple versions of. I have a bunch of different Hulk Hogan's. I have a bunch of different Macho Mans. I have a bunch of different Ultimate Warriors, which you will see in this video. And I have a ton of Shawn Michaels figures. Got a ton of Bret Hart. But everybody else, there are certain characters that I just gotta have. Like, I mean, you see the collection behind you. I gotta get everybody, but all the legends. We gotta get all the legends. But let's get into this video, man. This is the brand new Royal Rumble Wave Ultimate Warrior. This is from Royal Rumble 1989 when he and the Ravishing Rick Rude had a pose off, and he defeated the Ravishing Rick Rude in the pose off. I mean, of course he would. He was bigger, you know what I'm saying? But Rick Rude was big too. Rick Rude was cut. But I had to throw him in there just because, it fits. It fits for this version of the Ultimate Warrior. Real quick, just a little side note. This warrior's hair is probably a little too dark. I'm gonna go ahead and say probably a little too dark, especially if you look at it. Hold on. It should look a little more like this. It should look a little more like this, his hair. Maybe not the hairstyle, but the hair color should look a little bit more like that. This just looks a little bit too dark for me. Now there has been times like, you can find some matches or some footage with Ultimate Warrior's hair being darker, being a little bit lighter, especially like what he looked like when he wrestled against Hulk Hogan at WrestleMania 6. Ultimate Warrior's hair was really light. But this is like really, really dark brunette. And I don't know if that was the right choice. It still looks good. It's a face sculpt that we've seen before. They kind of reuse a lot of different Ultimate Warrior face sculpts. Same thing that they do with a lot of other figures. But as you can see, same face sculpt, just different paint job. But I will bring in the other Ultimate Warrior figures. Now, something that I've mentioned before, and I will mention it again, I am somebody who loves these kind of ring attires from the Ultimate Warrior. Now, I know that typically, I mean, I like all of the Ultimate Warrior looks. Don't get me wrong. I thought, him, Shawn Michaels, Razor Ramon. I love the wrestlers who would always wear different patterns, like colors, change it up like every time you saw them. So I always thought Ultimate Warrior always had very cool and unique looks, in terms of his ring attire. But my favorite are his more plain looks. I don't know what it is. It's just, I guess it's really just me. I'm like that just in life in general. I'm very minimal. Like, I don't like over designs. I don't like typically like when things are too overdone. I'm like a less is more kind of guy. I've always been a less is more kind of guy. So when I look at like ring attires, especially Ultimate Warrior, I tend to gravitate towards his ring attires that didn't have so much going on. As a matter of fact, off camera, I'm going to take the Intercontinental belts off of the other Ultimate Warriors that I'm going to show you an example of. And there's still an Ultimate Warrior figure that they need to make. Now, I don't know if Mattel does have that. I mean, I've been collecting these Mattel wrestling figures since 2000. 12, 2012, I think it was like 11 or 12 when I started collecting the WWE Elite figures. And I don't think that they have this version of Ultimate Warrior, but I'm waiting for the version of Ultimate Warrior where he wrestled against I think it was on a Wrestling Challenge episode, and he wrestled against Hercules, and he had on blue. So how he has on the white trunks here and like the white knee pads. I can't remember what color his knee pads were, but he did have light blue trunks. And I think again on the back he just had the Ultimate Warrior logo. And I can't remember if it was just in white, but I just dig Ultimate Warrior's plain looks. So, for example, like this, I love this Ultimate Warrior, right? I like the look, everything. And then my other one that I was very excited that they released again. I believe this one was in a Legends Wave at Target, if I'm not mistaken. This is when he beat Honky Tonk Man for the Intercontinental belt. I'm pretty sure this is his look from that SummerSlam. So yeah, see, just the basic, like there's other colors, but it's not doing a whole lot. It actually looks very similar to this one, outside of like the wrist and the arm tassels, like. And then another favorite of mine in my collection right here. I just love the more basic Ultimate Warrior looks. I really do. I don't know. I don't know what it is. I just explained what it is, but hold on, let me move the camera over a little bit. Look at Carlito in the corner in the back there by the Turtles box. Just chilling. He's not really in focus, but yeah. Got Carlito out of nowhere in the corner. I had to get that Carlito. That's I'm a Carlito fan, and you know, back when he like debuted, I love the gimmick and all of that other stuff. But excuse me. But yeah, these are the Ultimate Warrior looks that I love the most. See, I just feel like his hair is a bit too dark. Somebody in the comment section will probably be like, "Nah, Soul Drum, his hair was that dark." But I mean, like, I'm looking at the back of the box right now. Right? Well, I actually cut it out because I had to, because it does come with like Build-A-Figure parts to build a Corey Graves. So I kind of had to rip it open. But if you look right here, this is from Royal Rumble. This is the picture, and his hair is not that dark. I'm just saying. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know. He does come with 2 extra hands that I will not be putting on him. All of my Mattel figures, well, for the most part, have the fist hands. And then he comes with this. This is like that weightlifting thing that you can that you bend. This was like what he was doing during that. Like, yeah. So yeah, he comes with this. I remember my dad had one of these, and I would actually use this when I would work out at home, like when I was a teenager. But let's see. Oh, let's get the other Ultimate. Let's make it a party. Let's make it an Ultimate Warrior party real quick. All right. So those are my favorite Ultimate Warrior figures. And now we're going to get into the more extravagant looks in terms of like ring attire. So this one was the 2-pack with Papa Shango. It's not too much going on with this one, I guess. This one's not too much going on. But we got this. This is the one, the Coliseum collection, which I was very happy that I needed a Papa Shango in my collection, so I was very happy about that. Oh, you know what? I do dig this look a lot. This was his return. This was when he beat Hunter Hearst Helmsley at WrestleMania 12. I love this Ultimate Warrior. This, I think, is one of my favorite out of all of his, like, where he's got a lot going on color-wise and all this other stuff. This is, like, by far one of my favorite looks for the Ultimate Warrior. I hated the tattoo, but yeah. Come on. Don't you fall. Don't you fall because you were standing up. Um, Let me take the championship belt off of this one. This was a re-release. They released it a while back. I think both of these actually have been Target exclusives. This was a Target exclusive way back, and they recently did re-released it. Um, like I appreciate the look. I like it, but to me, this is not as good as this one with just the white trunks and the Ultimate Warrior like logo on the back. It's just not as good in my opinion. This one actually is pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie. I believe, yes, this is the one where he teamed up with Hulk Hogan, and they were going against oh my gosh, ooh, Sergeant Slaughter and the Iron Sheik. Um, what was their name? Y'all know in the comment section, man. I am blanking on their name, but yeah, this is when he teamed up with Hogan. And I like this. I do like this. I like the entrance gear. Um and this was, I think this is of course this is an ultimate. I was about to call it something different. This is an ultimate edition, Ultimate Warrior. Um I do have other Ultimate Warrior figures, but these are like my favorite ones. But again, still, even with this, I do like this look. I actually do. I actually really do like this look. Um, this is actually really badass. But still, his plain looks, his more simplistic looks, I just dig more. I like this. I like the way that this looks. I'm just saying. Um, but yeah, I mean, I'm not really gonna go into all the articulation. I mean, if you collect these, you already know. Um, I just think this is a really cool Ultimate Warrior figure. Now I need to find a spot for him on my shelf. I actually am really like starting to need to make some room. Um, but yeah, man, I apologize for not doing a lot of action figure reviews. There's a lot of people that subscribe to my channel for these action figure videos. I really can't even call them reviews. For these action figure videos, I know there's a lot of people that subscribe to me for that. But again, I'm not I don't get paid to do this. So I'm not one of those YouTubers that can just go out and buy like every single figure that there is. Like I said, I'm very picky and choosy. I still haven't even gotten the Terry Funk figure yet that's currently out. I still might get it because I do want a Terry Funk in my collection. It is the old school Terry Funk. Um, so I do feel like I want to get that. I still might wait. I know when you wait a while and when there's some peg warmers, you can usually find them at Target, like in their clearance section. That's how I got Carlito. I got Carlito for like $10 because he was on clearance at Target. And so it ended up working out perfectly. So that's what I might do. But yeah, man, again, I really do apologize, man. I'm just not the type to just get anything and just to review it. I'm just not that type, you know what I mean? And so it's got to be a legend that I don't already have. Like I got two Junkyard Dogs, and I'm a Junkyard Dog fan. But if they came out with another one, depending on what they made it look like, what ring attire, I probably wouldn't get it because I'm satisfied with the two that I have. Right? If that makes sense. I've got what? An Earthquake. Actually, I got two Earthquakes. I got two Earthquakes. But I probably most likely wouldn't get a new Earthquake. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, it's one of those type of things. That's the type of collector that I am. It's like there's certain characters that I will get multiple of, and then there's certain characters where it's like, all right, are they represented in my collection? Cool, great. Like they're coming out with King Kong Bundy and Jesse the Body Ventura 2-pack, and it's a Coliseum set. I have been waiting. I think a lot of people have been waiting for them to make another King Kong Bundy figure, because the whole there was some whole thing. He didn't have a good relationship with WWE for whatever reason. I actually don't know the full story. I know my boy ODC told me about it, but I forgot. There was something going on, and there's something must have happened. Things are good, whatever. And we get King Kong Bundy figure now. You know what I mean? Like, we get a King Kong Bundy, and I am very excited about that. I was going to get because it wasn't that expensive. I think I saw it for about $30. We were at a record exchange and they were selling the Jakks Pacific King Kong Bundy, and I was going to get that to put in my collection. But those Jakks figures are so different from the Mattel figures. It doesn't look right with it. So I'm very happy that we finally get to have King Kong Bundy in this form. We actually get 2 King Kong Bundys, because I think in maybe the first wave. No, I don't think it's the first wave. Maybe the second wave. There's a King Kong Bundy LJN that's going to be hitting. So we've got that. But yeah, like King Kong Bundy, I know I went off on a whole thing. Like King Kong Bundy, I would get that one and I'm satisfied. I don't need to get another King Kong Bundy. Jesse the Body Ventura, I just get him, I'm satisfied. I don't have to get another Jesse the Body Ventura. So that's the type of collector I am. I don't, even though they come out with like these multiple versions of these characters, I'm not going to get everybody. It depends on how much of a fan I was of that person. Like 123 Kid. Oh, I got a new 123 Kid coming pretty soon. Oh, I can't wait to do the video on that. I have a 123 Kid now. He's actually behind. He's like behind Jerry King Lawler and Rocky Maivia in the background. You can't really see him, but the new one that they just came out with not too long ago, I ordered that one. It was on back order, but it should be coming out like early September. Oh my gosh, that 123 Kid is chef's kiss, and I don't even have it. I don't have it in my hand, and I just know, just from looking at the pictures, I've actually saw just a little bit of a review not too long ago, and that 123 Kid is absolutely perfect. I cannot wait for that to show up. But yeah, man, this figure is dope. Again, these are how my action figure videos go. For those of you who are new, they're really kind of all over the place. I just start talking wrestling, you know what I mean? It stops being about the figure so much and more about just wrestling and what I like about whatever character and all this other stuff. But yeah, I got a lot of Ultimate Warrior figures. Again, this isn't all of them that I have in my collection. I have the WrestleMania 6 Warrior. I got a couple other Warriors. And I don't know if I'm done, because there's still more that they can make and all that. I guess they actually got a 2-pack coming out that I think I'm going to pass up on, because, like, again, like what I was just talking about, it's Honky Tonk Man and Ultimate Warrior in a 2-pack. I don't need a new Honky Tonk Man. I have two? I got 2 Honky Tonk Mans. So it's like, I don't need a third one. I like Honky Tonk Man. I don't like them enough to get a third version of them, even if it is an Ultimate Edition, which they are the best like figures for this, Mattel line. But anyways, man, thank you guys for tuning in as always. And look, when I get an action figure, I will definitely make a video on it. For those of you who follow me for that, or if you're just interested in that, I do just simply have a mixture of a lot of different things on this channel. It is what it is. Thank you guys for tuning in. As always, it is your boy Soul Drum 86, and I'm out. Peace.